At the request of an important member of the Sam the Cooking Guy YouTube channel family, today we tackle Taco Bell's iconic Cheesy Gordita Crunch. And that important member of the Sam the Cooking Guy YouTube family is Max.
Yeah.
Max said, how about this? I said, I don't want to make that. And he goes, but what if we did this and we did this and we did this? I said, okay, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. I hate me without glasses, by the way. I'm just opening up to you because that's the relationship that we have. Hold on, still bad. That's better. That's the relationship that we have. Not like other people that you might watch on YouTube cooking. No, I'm really here. This is really me. This is really my house. This is all for you. When I F up, we leave it in. Right, boys?
Right.
Intentionally, Max leaves them in to show that I'm a real person and an idiot. But today, the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. We are huge fans of Taco Bell's Double Decker. What we like about it is the softer tortilla outside, then the beans, the crispy hard shell inside. It's that textural comparison, the textural yin-yang that makes it so good. So no less texturally yin-yang-ish in this Cheesy Gordita thing. The outside though, not a soft flour tortilla, but a non-flatbread-like thing. We'll make our own. And then there's cheese, and there will be cheese. We might add a layer of beans because that's just a little tip of the hat to the OG, thing that we like. So we'll start with the non-like flatbread, and then, we're grinding our own. We're grinding brisket for this. Tell me that's not gonna be a huge effing upgrade. Anything else? No, let's go. Because if we don't start, we can't eat. And our flatbread begins with a ½ cup of warm water. We'll add 1 pack of dry active yeast. Thank you. And a teaspoon of sugar. Come on. And we mix. This we'll now wait 10 minutes to get the foaminess to start happening on top. That tells you that the yeast is working. If it doesn't get foamy, you got to get new yeast. But first, let's look at what we're dealing with. Taco Bell bag. Max ordered, 2 Cheesy Gordita Crunches. Hungry, Max? You might be. Anticlimactic napkins. But here's one, and that's another one. All right, it's exciting. Un, deux, trois. I'm underwhelmed. I mean, I'm often underwhelmed, aren't you guys?
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought. I've never had this before. I mean, it smells like Taco Bell. So here's the flatbread-ish thing, and here's cheese. It's attached with a minor amount of cheese. And then inside is our ground beef business. A little taste. Yeah, it's classic Taco Bell. And it's just...
Isn't there supposed to be spicy ranch in there?
Oh, that's spicy ranch. No, you got effed on your spicy ranch there, bro. Oh, there. Is that it? Yeah, you got a teaspoon of spicy ranch. Maybe you need to ask for more. So, okay, 1 bite. It's not fair to pick it apart like this. You got to have a bite and see how it is. I like this part, though. All right, well, let's try it. I do like the flatbread. If somebody woke me up in the middle of the night, slapped my face and said, here, quick, take a bite of this. What is it? I'd know instantly it was Taco Bell. It's got the familiar Taco Bell taste, the beef, the cheese, the whole thing. It's okay, and there's a minor amount of spice. Like, I think if you order something spicy, you should be like, hey, that's spicy. This is like an afterthought of spice. Like a tiny little bit in the back of my throat. We want more than that, so we'll put more than in ours. All right, we got to get going. We're going to start by making our outside flatbread part. But you know what? Won't stop me from having a second bite.
Or 3 or 4.
Or 3 or 4. In the bowl of a stand mixer, we put 2 cups of flour, your basic everyday all-purpose flour, a ½ cup of yogurt, and by the way, I will get credit for it, but I'm doing all this backwards for Max and Chance's benefit.
For the viewers' benefit, not for our benefit.
It's always your benefit, always. ½ teaspoon salt, and remember this business, look how foamy it got. That's what you want. This goes in. We put on our dough hook, set her down, set her down, lock it, and let her go. So we're gonna go, 4 to 5 minutes until this is smooth and starts to pull away from the sides. And we're there. Perfecto. Lift. Perfect. Move the whole thing over. Get a big bowl that you've lightly oiled. Take your dough ball, drop it inside. Cover it with a towel, put it in a nicely warm spot to rise for an hour. Then we'll be back. We're gonna begin by making a little cheese sauce because I think when this whole thing is said and done, grabbing this chalupa deal and going like this, goosh, into some amazing cheesiness will be a great thing. That is a jalapeno. And I've made this mistake too many times. I do not want to get jalapeno juice or membrane or seed on my fingers because that will be a mistake. I'm gonna start this little pot beside me heating while I cut this guy down. And it's simple. Take out the innards. Every so often somebody will write and they go, when you do that with your knife, it's ruining the blade. Well, this is not glass, buddy. This is wood. So it's really like the best thing you could be using to drag a knife on or cut on. I think a half a jalapeno will be okay. I'm not trying to make this super spicy. I'm just trying to make it flavorful. So with this guy cut up, I've got a little butter melting next to me. I'll throw it in and start it softening. All right, let's start some spicy ranch. Let's begin with a little bowl, some sour cream. To that, we add a little buttermilk because I'm a fan of what the tang does, and a little milk because so far everything's thick. I reserve the right to add more milk as we go. Now, putting in a little chipotle chili powder, a little garlic powder, some Cholula, I love Cholula, a little garlic paste, juice of half a lime, and a hit of BFF. And let's mix and see where we're at. Sorry, let's mix and see where we have ended. Saying where we are at is ending a sentence with a preposition, and that's bad grammar.
That's bad grammar.
Come on, almost perfect thickness. But how's it taste? It tastes... That's everything you want. Shit. Onto the cheese sauce. Oh, that is really good. In the fridge, cheese sauce. And with our jalapenos sizzling away, they've now released some of their oil and a bunch of their flavor that they wouldn't have had they just been cold. We add some milk, about half a cup. We want to quickly follow that up with some cheese. This is a block of American cheese, just the white version. So this we're just going to cut up into cubes and start adding it little by little. Throw them in, turn down the heat. You don't want to throw them all in at once because they'll just clump and that would be bad for business. Now we can start this business and they will slowly start to melt. And when they do, you add a few more pieces. Just keep going until all the cheese is in and it's nice and smooth. Now, as you're almost there with the American, let's just throw a little cheddar in, just to jazz it up a bit, shall we? We've done nothing to season it, so let's do that. A little BFF and a hint of chipotle chili powder. And one of my favorite parts of adding a chipotle chili powder, those little flecks. How great is that? And there you go, that's ready. Our spicy ranch is made, our cheese sauce is made. I say we grind our beef, so let's. It's grinding time. And look at this 90-day aged brisket. And the fat is left on intentionally. We want a high fat content because that's gonna make it better. We always go for 80-20, so maybe we've hit 70-30, but whatever it is, it's gonna be great. Let's get it in and let's get the grinding happening. Wow, the white fat is outstanding. And we're there. You see, this is like gold. I can't wait to get it in a pan, so let's do that now. And with the high fat content, we probably don't need oil, but oh, a little is always good. And now, in we go. So what's our goal here? Our goal here is to cook this, to get this browned. And I'm telling you, the fact that this is only brisket right now, the smell that is coming off this is absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna give it a little BFF. But then I have some liquid coming because we want it to be juicy, not dry. Oh, I just want to take a spoon and eat right out of this. And let me show you what I've done. This is a cup of beef broth that I put in the microwave with a dried chipotle. I don't need the dried chipotle anymore, but while it was coming to a boil, it imparted a lot of delicious flavor. So we'll get rid of the pepper. And once the brisket is where we want it, which is pretty soon, we're gonna give it some of that. And it will soak up and it will make it very nice. Much better than had we not added it in the first place. But we can also add a couple other things while we're here. A little garlic powder is always good. Teeny bit of onion powder. And we'll let the chipotle and the beef broth bring most of the bigger flavors to this. And now some of our broth. And just slowly I'll let this continue cooking away here. On a low simmer, I might add a little bit more broth in a few minutes, but this is gonna give you the most delicious, juicy, tender, perfect meat for our gordita that you could ever ask for. I'm gonna add a little bit more broth, let it continue simmering, put it off to the side, and we can deal with our flatbread. Remember this guy? He's doubled. We wanna take him out, but we're gonna put him on this floured surface, and boom. So, little flour on top, and just a quick little knead back and forth to smooth him out a bit. There he is. This is what we're talking about. So this will make about 8 little flatbreads. So let's cut them. If we cut in half, We got 4 here. We cut in half again. We've got 2, and once more, each is about 1. So with a tiny bit more flour, we want to roll this guy into a little ball. You just want them nice and round-ish so we can roll them out. Little baby rolling pin, and we do this. And we want this kid roughly the same size as our corn tortillas because they have to sit together in this Gordita Crunch. And our corn tortillas are there. So just do that. The flat top beside me is warm, and when you've got these guys roughly the same size, on we go. So tiny bit of oil right in the center, we'll give it that. And then we take our guy, and on we go. And a couple minutes aside is all you really need. If you look, you can see it's just starting. The bubbles are very nice. Let's see how we did. Perfect sizing, and give them a turn. Beautiful. Same thing, couple minutes on this side, off she comes. And when it looks like that, let's take her off. Keep it a little warm. We make a corn tortilla now. Crispy corn tortilla time. Here's how we handle this. In we go. And using 2 pairs of tongs, I want to bend this guy over to start him in that traditional shape. You won't have to stay like that forever. Once you get going, just keep that set in the middle, swap side by side, and you can see, you got the shape. And you're in here for not much more than a minute for perfect crispness. Still a little flexible. All right, let's get happening. Here's how we start with our beautiful little flatbread. The cheese needs to be melted on. And by the way, can I just show you something here? Here's theirs. Where's the cheese? No cheese there. This side they got closer, though there's gaps. We want to try and not do what they did. So we want cheese to the edge. So let's go as far to the edge as we can. Now, I don't have a salamander, a restaurant piece of equipment that I could put this under to the melt. So I'm going to use what is a much more fun option anyway, our torch. Couple more times around the sun and we're there. Great stuff. Now this, centered, and the sides come up. And because I don't have a tortilla holder, I'm going to use 2 little cocottes. You know what I'm saying. First thing in, our beef, that by the way, we've been tasting, and oh my God, all the right things have happened here. As we say, don't be cheap, don't be an Allen. Remember our sauce? Of course you do, because now we need that. Now our lettuce. Crispy, cool, beautiful. Iceberg. Don't ignore the iceberg. It needs love too. Last but not least, our cheese sauce. And in the Taco Bell version, cold cheese comes on top. Max, show the people. Like that, but there's an upgrade. And so let's give it this beautiful nacho cheese. Like that. There you have it. Okay, truth be told, we forgot something. Chance remembered, and we love him for it, but I think he remembered late. Can you remember late and still get...
I remembered at all.
I know. And here's what it is. You know we're a fan of the double-decker, and the double-decker has refrieds. So we made refrieds to go in here, but forgot them. I mean, Chance forgot them. I think we can still make this work. Oh yeah, we can do this. Oh my God. Maybe this should be their version. Okay, that is what this is all about. And, oh, this is just a dream for me. I've never had a gordita, but if this one tasted like this one, they'd sell a lot more. And by the way, the beans, great addition. But what is really making this for me, yes, the cheese sauce, this fresh little flatbread naan thing, but the brisket. It is so like beef forward in such an interesting way. I gotta go. We all gotta go. Welcome to Fat Kid Day on Sam the Cooking Guy. Wait, I can say that, right? Hit the subscribe button. Love you guys.